Mike, thanks so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, hello. It's good to be back.
Welcome to the 5:30 a.m. Denny's podcast. Today our guest, his name is Michael Bachurski.
So
yes, it is.
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Would you consider yourself a Republican?
Oh man, so Republican. I'm so Republican you could crack an egg on what are we doing?
Would you consider yourself a Republican?
I mean, what's this supposed to be, man?
That's the question.
Hey man, look. I'm not pointing any fingers at anything, but the economy, Obama. Let's line it up. Let's line up the dots. All right, that's all I'm saying.
So is that a yes?
You got Barack Obama. You got Canada. Got Justin Trudeau. Come on, man. Add it up. You got what else? You got drone strikes. You got Fast and Furious operations. You got guys in Wall Street cutting bad checks.
Would you consider yourself not a Republican?
I don't know what I am, man.
What's your most important political belief?
My most important political belief.
Free speech, Second Amendment rights.
Nah, man.
The right to own land.
Look at my drug rug, dude. The right to smoke weed, dude. Right to smoke weed for America. The American way.
Okay, well, let's just come back to this topic.
Got bad guys cutting raw deals and checks.
We do need to place our orders.
Oh, we do. Well, we have to wait till this guy's done placing their order, and then we can get
That guy's been placing their order for a while.
But no, I'd probably say free speech. Free speech is pretty important.
Do you think free speech has been under attack?
By the leftist Marxists? By leftist intersectional Marxists? No, not at all. I don't think that at all. You mean by, like, radical leftist Marxists who...
I'm gonna go get our super slams.
Okay.
Make sure mine's with no cheese.
Alright.
So...
I hate getting political from the start, dude. I don't like that.
What do you mean? That wasn't even political.
Yeah, I wasn't even politically charged at all. Anyway, it's Denny's.
Can you tell me a little bit about just like your biggest problems with Disney movies? Like, what do you not like about Disney movies?
I like Pixar movies more. Is Pixar owned by Disney?
Everything's owned by Disney, man.
I like Pixar movies more because they got some thick mamas. They got some thick mamas.
So what do you think of like the music in Disney movies?
If it doesn't have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it, then I don't really want to see it.
Okay.
So.
And what do you think of...
So is this you just ask me questions?
Well, I mean, you're welcome to ask me some questions. It's just a podcast, just a conversation, man.
Yeah, it seems pretty one-sided so far.
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
Shoot some my way.
Yeah. If would you
This is why it was one-sided.
Would you rather eat Denny's or have to tell your parents that you're gay?
Well, let me just start by saying Denny's has been very kind to let us film this podcast in their parking lot. And with that, I will say I would rather do just about anything than eat Denny's.
Okay.
That's why this podcast exists.
So would you cry when you told your parents that you're gay though?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't cry at all.
Because you would be so elated to finally come out of the closet? If that was the case? If that was the case, this is I'm not calling you gay. This is just a hypothetical.
I think if those were my preferences, I would choose to reveal them quite a bit earlier because I'm not a very reserved person. I pretty much put it all out there.
show them earlier to like a child, you mean? Like to
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I meant.
Like you would find somebody younger than the age of consent in whatever state you were.
No, I don't think I would do that.
Okay.
I would just go to Utah and find a 17-year-old.
Okay.
So that's not like messed up or anything, right? Because it's legal there.
I mean, it's 16 years old in Jersey.
Is it really?
Yeah. You know that.
Wow. No, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 16,
That's insane.
which is basically a child. I think the
That
age
is a
of,
child.
I think the age of consent should be 35. I don't think you should be allowed to drink, drive, have sex, read a book, choose a religion, or live out of your parents' house until you're 35 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
You-
Yeah, I
we can all
definitely see
get-
where you're coming
We
from.
can all get behind that.
What do you think of Planned Parenthood?
Well, I think you want to be able to plan out how you're going to have a child, you know? I think it's important to go in, like, you don't want to be the couple that they have a child and, you know, they just focus on, well, let's just get the pregnancy right and have the child, and then you want to have a plan going in to make sure that you don't, like, that you have the crib and that you have, like, all of the stuff you need for the baby to, you know, achieve the age of 35 and finally have sex.
Okay. That makes sense. Is that your real opinion on Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, you should plan it out for sure.
Okay. Is climate change
Real?
a proper pronoun or a proper noun or a common noun? Because I've heard some very good arguments that it's a proper pronoun.
Dude, it doesn't matter what you think. What matters is that the world is dying and that we need to fix it, Ethan.
Well, this has more to do with
Is that we need to fix it.
what state of noun this term
I
is.
think it's a stupid thing to ask at a time like this when the economy and the world are dying. Okay? Maybe you shouldn't ask such selfish questions.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. That one was on me.
Thank you for apologizing. Thank you for taking ownership.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we do a little section every podcast where we ask our guests to do just a 1 minute talking to the camera, just telling them, doing something personal. And so if you could just spend 1 minute just talking to the camera, which is not there because this is a podcast and we're interacting with each other, but like, you know, an aside, but it's got to be really dramatic too.
No. No, I'm not going to do that.
What do you mean?
I'm just not going to do it. So we can sit here for like a minute of silence, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
This is a really important part of our podcast.
Okay.
You want me to show you?
Nope.
So one day.
Look, I'm going to yield my time to just silence, okay? So we don't need to.
No, this isn't your podcast.
Sorry.
This is my podcast.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. You gave me the floor for a minute, and so I'm just going to yield the time to being quiet, okay?
Okay.
It's quiet time.
Nope, you already said yield, which means we get to move on to the next topic.
Okay, but we didn't
What do
get
you
the
think
silence that I
of
wanted.
Political
I'm sorry, we didn't
homogenization.
get to have the silence that I wanted to have for the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Bachurski, I noticed you weren't wearing a mask, and there's an epidemic going on right now. I was just wondering, does it have something to do with your political beliefs, the fact that you
No.
decide you don't need to wear a mask when you're in public?
No, you. First off, we didn't get to have that moment of silence that I
Put your
wanted to
mask
have.
back on.
We didn't get to have that moment of silence that I wanted to have, for starters.
Okay, well, do you think that your moment of silence is more
Next
important than
segment.
the well-being of everyone?
Pig from a fanny pack.
Did you steal that from me? You stole that from my room? How dare you? What kind of jambalaya business is this? What kind of goober?
Hey, he want to do the
Kiss
section
the
that we
pig,
always
get a
do.
dollar. Come on.
You want to?
Come on. No.
More.
No.
I'm not gonna.
No. No. No.
You have to really kiss the pig.
I don't like this game.
All right.
I don't like this game.
Michael, he want to do the section that we always do.
Which one?
The one where he's supposed to stare directly at the camera and say something really dramatic about his life for a minute straight.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, I said no.
All right, do you want bacon or sausage or turkey bacon or what do you want?
I want a fucking omelet, motherfucker.
All right, 4 sausage links.
Boom, boom!
How do you like your eggs?
Bitchin'.
Scrambled. Good. Good choice.
Have we really been going for 11 minutes?
Yeah,
This is the worst 11 minutes ever.
careful, that's peeking really hard.
Sorry.
Jesus.
So, what about you, Ethan? I heard that you don't like to do oral sex because you're afraid of doing it.
Your arm's in the way of me talking.
Sorry. No, I'll move my arm. I can give you that.
Yeah, so one time,
You said you didn't like to have oral sex with your girlfriend because it made you afraid.
no, it actually goes back to when I was 7 years old. I used to blow my neighbors all the time. They were like older guys. They had like a vacation home in Florida. But they had me blow them all the time. And they once told me that if I ever blew anybody else, I could get very sick. And so now I don't like to blow other people because I don't want to get sick.
So, what about this? If there's a world apocalypse and everyone's running around and being silly and stuff, and you have 2 AR-15s, one in each hand, and and there's an army of preschoolers and they're trying to overtake you, what are you gonna do?
If I had to shoot through a crowd of people to defend myself, if I had to mow through a crowd of 36 people to defend myself, I would understand that all of those people died in order to defend my life, and I could totally live with that guilt.
So, Ethan, what's the biggest thing you've seen recently?
Besides my penis.
It wasn't a tangible thing, but it was...
No, don't lie to them.
It was Bachurski's guilt after sending that message to Grace.
What message are you talking about?
You walked right into the trap.
Do you remember when you went up to this
I
girl
did.
and asked for her phone number at...
I do
what
not
was the name
recall
of the
that.
restaurant?
I don't recall what you're talking about.
And so you went up and you asked for her phone number.
I don't recall what you're talking about.
Let me take my mask off to make sure the audio is really clear here. You went up, asked for her phone number, and then texted her later that day, and then she didn't text you back super fast. And so you negged her, and then she responded and said, I was taking a timed quiz, which means it was probably only like an hour of time that elapsed. And then you sent long apology messages.
No.
And then the next day you got drunk again and sent her more messages.
I didn't get
And then
to
she
that.
said, you're kind of intense, but that's not really a bad thing.
Which if it had happened, would have been an interesting thing to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest thing I'd seen.
But I also had oral sex recently, something which you're not capable of doing because you're too afraid to do it.
You know, we actually try and keep this podcast PG Y7. And so when it comes to the comments about how I spend my personal time, I would prefer... What are you doing?
I'm pushing us into the order pickup.
Michael, watch my
spot
camera.
1.
I got you.
I'm now in control, Ethan. How's this feel? I now control where we go. No, you don't. My name's Ethan. I'm still in control here. And then I'm like, no, actually, you're not, because I can move the entire podcast wherever I want to, whenever I want to. And there's nothing you can do about it. And if that's too much for you to handle, maybe it's time you got out of the podcast game, Honchero.
Seems like something...
Can't take the heat. Get out of the fucking kitchen. The fuck kitchen. The kitchen of fucking. Walk in there, get your arm stuck in the garbage disposal,
What do you think
your
of
stepsis
Twitter
comes up.
censoring its users? Do you think that that's an okay thing to do because it's a private platform?
Look, man, people don't want to hear about that dumb shit. They want to hear about stepsis, fine stepbro, arm caught in the sink in the kitchen because he was trying to get a towel, but then the towel fell down the garbage disposal, so he had to pull it out, and his arm got stuck, and now his big wiener's flopping around in the kitchen, and she tricks him into letting her suck his dick.
So do you think that stuff like that should be allowed to be on the internet?
No, absolutely not. It's so disgusting. I mean, you're talking about absolute smut. What do we do with our children? And I don't mean just towards pornography. I mean, in general, what do we do with our children?
That's a good question.
What do? They'll just sit there watching Mickey Mouse, Lightning McQueen, eating fucking animal crackers? What am I supposed to do with that?
Okay, here's a good question. If you were in a population-controlled state like China 20 years ago, and your firstborn happened to be female, but there was a recycling bin nearby, and you could get away with just giving it another 50-50 attempt in the future, what would you do?
I would raise her to be a tomboy, and then she would go trans and become a man, and then she would kick your ass.
All right, here's another hypothetical. What if, like, an older, middle-aged woman, like 15 feet to your 11 o'clock, had an ankle bracelet tracker on her, and she left the house to go get Denny's? Do you think that would be worth the risk or no?
You mean, like, say she had, like, marks all over her face that showed that she was doing heroin or meth? And she was outside of Denny's.
Theoretically.
What is the question? What is the premise of the question again?
And what if her white supremacist boyfriend
is
wearing a full gray tracksuit
that said spank on it or stank on
Slam?
it? Slam dunk.
What if we stop
I wouldn't
looking
stare,
in that?
Michael. I wouldn't stare at them.
What if we stop looking in that direction?
Yeah. What if we just stop looking?
Transition.
Yeah. So, are we going to Russia? Do you think?
Yeah. So what would be your number one reason for going to Russia?
Money isn't our money better than theirs?
I have no idea.
Dude, our money is...
The main reason I would want to go to Russia is because of its sweet ratio of women to men.
Let me look up the
and the club
demographics.
and the club scene.
Russia, gender.
I think it's like because of all the men that they lost in World War II, they're still having
86.8 men per 100 women.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty significant
There's
ratio.
20 more women per man.
All right. What do you think is the worst thing that Ethan would do for money right now?
Probably worse for himself or the people around him.
Yeah, worse for himself.
That he would do for money?
Yeah.
Move to Norway and think it's gonna work. That would be the worst decision you could make. Is leave the culture where he just now started to come into his own, to come into a completely new culture with a language that he doesn't know or understand on a whim, because he wants to get some sort of cool corporate job and ski all the time. No other reason at all. Just that reason is the only reason he's going. Then yeah, that'd probably be a terrible idea. Or like suck dick for crack. I don't know what you're asking.
Like, it's ticking. It's beeping.
Dude, stop. Turn that back.
It's gonna explode.
If you go 150 yards away from the house, it explodes, Tina. So don't do that. It'll blow your feet off. We'll have to come pick you up. What do you think she's doing right being in pain because she's a drug addict.
Ethan, I had a question for you. I actually had a couple questions written down. I might as well pull them up.
Okay.
All right. What's it like not working at Olive Garden anymore?
It's been hard. I miss my old friends there. The Darden family is a really close family, and it means a lot to every single one of us to spend those days together. Mm-hmm. And leaving was one of the hardest decisions of my life. But I had to move on and I had to move forward. And so, it's been hard. Every day I miss it, but every day it gets a little easier.
That's awesome. Would you kiss Joe Biden on the lips for $1,000?
Yeah. I mean, people a lot younger than me have done a lot worse things for a lot less money. To Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Michael, would you date a 300-pound woman for 6 months for $5,000?
I would never think about an exchange like that. Something monetary for something related to love.
Except for kissing Joe Biden, which you would also take that deal.
Would you lick Joe Biden asshole to taint for $500,000?
What do you think about the fact that Joe Biden...
Sorry.
What was that?
I wanted to spit, to get some shit out of my mouth from, the morning coffee. And so I spit a little bit, but I spit
Did you get
more
me
than
coffee?
I thought it was going to be. Because it's supposed to just run off my lips.
I didn't, but I can add that to the
What is
order or
up with this
something.
woman? Is this woman dead, or is she just, having a heroin overdose?
Is this woman dead?
Where did her skinhead boyfriend go?
Is he getting a gun out of his car to come shoot us right now?
God, that actually looks miserable.
Yeah.
That was like you for 5 days after you stopped smoking nicotine.
Yeah. And you're like, I can't eat fucking cheese. I'm cold turkey nicotine. And then you try to reschedule became a massive control freak about everything. And then 3 days later, you're like, guys, I'm a new person.
You feel like a new person yet, Ethan?
No, I feel like the same person. If any of you out there are thinking about quitting nicotine, thinking this would be better for me, I want to tell you, don't. Because it's not worth it, and the health costs of smoking nicotine are not worth the 5 days of withdrawals.
Do you want coffee too?
No.
All right.
Is there a way to make it cold?
Yeah.
Because I usually put my ice from my
You
water in
want
it.
cold brew coffee sweetened?
No, unsweetened.
All right. I don't know if this is going to have milk in it. This looks like it's going to have
Unsweetened.
This looks like it's going to have milk in it, Ethan.
What about the other one?
They all look the same. That one's probably better.
So how long until our food is here?
You want to try this? You
Yeah.
gotta make the call.
Dude,
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, he just hit her with a magazine.
Really?
Yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here.
She was sleeping. All right, I'm gonna order this coffee as well, and I'm gonna go see.
Dude, did you place the order yet?
Yeah, I placed the other order a little bit back.
I was just wondering, since we all have cameras here, does anyone want to update their wills right now? Because I actually don't want all my belongings to go to Logan Paul. If I died, I want all my belongings to go to Michael, but I assume that he would also die. And in that case, if Michael's also dead, I would like all of my belongings to then go to...
He's shaking her. She's. Oh my god.
Just don't pay attention to it, dude. I just can't look at that right now.
I would want all of
he's
my
gonna be
belongings.
like, what is so wrong? He's gonna come over here and start to say some shit and punch my window out or try to stab us. Just fucking pretend welcome to Philly, bro. Fucking look the other way. Fucking check. Look at this guy. He's making a G-Wagon out of an ice block. That's pretty fucking cool.
And so, if Michael's also dead, I want all of my belongings to go to Jake Paul.
Michael, please focus on this podcast.
I'm trying to, man. I'm just kind of sweating right now.
I don't think you're trying. I think you just need to talk to us.
All right, so do you think you have a future in video games?
In what context? In the fact that I play them for the rest of my life in my mother's basement, probably, yeah. Or that I become a pro esports player.
Either one or anything.
I think I've made too many racist remarks in terms of racist towards women and men.
Would you date Kate Reno?
I mean, she's really cute.
She is.
She is cute. You gotta give her that.
She's really cute.
She played the game, and she got burned in the end because she couldn't keep it in her pants. She couldn't stay unfilled for more than 24 hours, it seemed.
What was the deal?
Caterino.
She had a lot of boyfriends at once.
She was dating like Call Me Carson, Fitz, Swagger Souls, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Norm MacDonald. Is she running away and getting her life together?
I think her pants are inside out.
Her pants are inside. She's fucked up. Stop looking at her. Just stop, dude.
How can we not look at
I
her?
don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I
that's
wanna
impossible,
leave.
man.
I want to at least just like go around the corner.
Alright, let me go check on her food.
Okay. Oh, did we do an audio sync at the beginning of all these?
It's okay, I'll just figure it out.
There you go.
Michael Carey's going into the hot zone. So, I feel pretty good about myself right now. I feel like I got my shit together.
In what sense?
Just, comparatively.
To who? To the lady who's a drug addict?
Yeah, I feel good.
I feel pretty good too.
Like, all of our... What have we done? We don't have that thing on our ankles.
Yeah, I've never been under... I mean, definitely had my run-ins with the police.
Oh, she's going in.
Oh,
She's gonna
going
get
in.
shook hard. She's gonna get whapped with a magazine.
Yeah, man. I
What if she's in there causing a huge ruckus right now?
And Michael's just in there. No,
That would
she's
be
just sitting
awesome.
down.
I would hope Michael would pull out his phone and record.
I would hope not.
Why?
Because, I don't know. Who knows? But, yeah, no, I feel pretty good about myself right now.
So, what do you think about, what do you think about Barack Obama and, just what he did?
I think it's time for me to start using my physicality and the gifts that I've been born with to make sex vlogs on Pornhub and dedicate them to Barack Obama.
What do you think of, if your friends were thinking about getting an OnlyFans account and they were just wanting to see, what you thought of that idea? Would you still be friends with somebody who you're friends with if they started an OnlyFans?
You know I have an OnlyFans, right?
No, I didn't know that.
I do have an OnlyFans. I haven't posted anything on it yet because I'm very nervous to. But I did go through the steps of making the OnlyFans.
What do you think you're going to post on there?
Probably pictures of my big tan penis.
Is that true?
Maybe, yeah. It depends on what happens, but I think what I would want to find somebody. It's also not attached to any of my stuff, so unless you've actually seen me naked, you probably wouldn't recognize me. But
well, by delivering this testimony, you are attaching it to your physical self.
well, yeah, but you'd still have to find it, then cross-reference parts of my body that you've probably never seen before, just to go, oh, look at him bang this chick on OnlyFans.
Is that the idea? Is you're gonna bang some chicas on OnlyFans?
Yes. There's some girls who have talked to me who are down to do it, but it's just hard because they usually DM me over Instagram instead of it's not people that I actually Like, there's a few people who I know who would be down to do it, but we're just, like, my life, I'm all over the country in different parts right now. So it's hard. That's a bad way to describe it, but just, like, moving back to New Jersey from LA, and then who knows where I'm going to be in, like, 3 days, and then who knows after that. It's hard to do that.
I have not had very many girls DMing me, asking me to bang them on my OnlyFans account. But I think it's just because I don't check my DMs super frequently, even though I've never once gotten a DM like that. I think it has to do with, like, the algorithm or something, you know?
Yeah, I think, too, it's just, like, I just kind of, like, I don't know, maybe I'm more out there. I don't know. Than a lot of other guys. But I don't like put my body out there as much.
Would you ever run for president?
No.
Of Nicaragua?
Nope. Nope.
Why not?
Because I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care about that. That's why. That was a dumb question. I don't care about that fucking stupid question. You could think of a better question to ask me.
I will ask you a better question as soon as you tell me one thing interesting from your phone.
There's some dogs here.
Is that the most interesting thing on there?
Well, this isn't keeping my goddamn attention. You know, I'm trying to... You're talking about Nicaragua. Talking about presidencies. Just stuff that I'm not... that's not my grind. That's not my groove.
What's your grind?
That's not my stride. I don't know.
Tell me a little bit about your grind, man. I want to get to know you here. What do you think of Elon Musk's new project?
Which one?
You know.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't know.
So what do you think of it?
I don't know. It's probably bad. It's probably absolutely terrible. He probably has no idea what he's doing. Can't even get a good team to design it and put it together. Who are you calling?
Hey, what's up, Ethan?
Hey, Michael, I need you in here. Bachurski's just on his phone. He's not really giving me much. I mean...
Have you tried to ask him, like, a political question?
Yeah, I've been trying to ask him some political questions. He's not really taking any of the bait I give him. He's just... I think he might be depressed.
That sounds serious. I'm gonna get in there as soon as possible to help you.
Okay, make sure you bring some, like, I don't know what's gonna make him better, but bring it. Like, whatever it could be.
Grand Slam. Yeah, well, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Okay, I just have one more call.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
No, that's a different one. That's a different woman. Crack woman.
Oh, she's just wearing different colored socks. I thought
Yeah.
she was wearing the same bracelet thing. So, what do you think of people who are in those situations, like that crack woman? Do you think that, like, what's the best way for her to get back to, I mean, not that?
I have no idea. Maybe stop doing drugs. That could help. Probably get drink some water. You know.
Do you think that Denny's is on the right track? Just
No, I think everything just gets worse if you go to Denny's. You know.
dude,
Like,
why are you scrolling through your Instagram, whatever those are, so fast instead of just really giving your all to this conversation? Because I could be scrolling through my whatever they're called too.
Well, maybe because the quality of questions is incredibly poor, and I thought for sure that there would be more interesting questions that I would go, hey, like, this is actually engaging and I could hold up a conversation. But so far you've asked me about ridiculous political questions and then questions that don't make any sort of coherent sense that I can't even have a cool, funny riff off of. It's just like, hey, what if you had 13 pickles and then President Obama said, fuck you? And
If I had 13 pickles and President Obama said, fuck you, I would offer him 7 of my pickles. Because that would show him that he was worth more to me than I was to myself, the golden rule. And also that I still valued the pickles.
That's not the golden rule. That's not the golden rule. That's not the golden rule. The golden rule is treat others how you want to be treated. Do you want to be treated like a bitch? Like a pickle-giving bitch?
No.
No.
So it's pretty obvious that
you want to show him that you're an equal, that you're somebody that he can contend with.
6.5 pickles.
Whether that be in the combat of thought, in sexual combat, whether that be in legitimate hand-to-hand combat, you need to show President Barack Obama that you're not somebody you can just fuck around with.
How do you test if a pickle is ready to eat?
You gotta see if it bounces.
That's what I like to hear, man.
If the pickle doesn't bounce, then...
Ew. What the fuck is this?
Why are you just eating shit out of the cup holder of my car? God knows how old that mint is.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Oh, great.
Oh, man.
You're gonna love listening to this 36 minutes, people. To cut down.
Here.
That's not ice.
So you didn't get me any coffee?
No, I didn't.
What the fuck is this? What happened in there?
Dude, I got the pancakes. Here you go.
What is this? This is a Grand Slam?
I don't know.
It's just pancakes in a plastic box.
Grand Slam, baby!
Wow, we really hit a Grand Slam here, motherfucker. Oh!
The fuck? Did you get yourself waffles and us pancakes?
Yeah, I
How come
did.
you didn't bring up the fact that we could get waffles?
I was ordering
2 pieces
In a
of
hurry.
bacon, 2 ounces of eggs, and 2 link sausages, and 2 pancakes.
Here's some butter.
Is that all in here?
Give me some motherfucking butter, bitch.
You guys want syrup?
Give me some motherfucking butter, bitch.
You want
I do need
syrup?
some
Some
syrup.
butter, bitch.
There you go.
Dude, what the fuck is this? This is the Grand Slam now?
So,
This is what it looks
for
like?
the last-
Is there cheese on this?
No, there's not cheese. Let me see it. There's not cheese.
So for the last about 15 minutes, Ethan has been asking me just...
That's really sad.
There's cheese, isn't it?
No, there's no cheese on there.
Then what the fuck is that?
It's just a sad-looking breakfast.
Ethan has been asking me probably the worst questions I've ever heard in my life. That were so bad, I almost basically just disengaged.
Dude, that's cheese. That is cheese. Eggs don't pull apart like that.
Dude, I told there was no cheese in the order whatsoever.
basically- cheese on
if you
it.
could
It's
fuck a
fucking Denny's.
pickle while President Barack Obama was watching, and he gave you $13, would that make you like President Trump? Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, I was doing my very best.
This is
You were
truly-
doing so poorly.
This is a very soggy waffle.
Ooh, I like that. I like
Dude,
that.
I'm not eating these eggs.
Yeah.
You want to trade me?
Do your eggs have the weird cheese on it?
No.
Then yes, I would like to trade you.
All right, but they're sunny side up.
Oh, well, yeah, that's super safe.
All right, here you go.
As long as it's safe, that's all I care about. As long as the kids are safe, man.
Did you get...
As long as the children
Dude, what
are
the-
safe. Dude, that sausage is way bigger than mine.
How'd you get such a good fucking breakfast?
You got us the shit. You got us fucking shit to your breakfasts and got yours the fucking gourmet shit, the best shit on the menu. Fucking flew in the dough from Milan. Fucking link sausages from
Dude, take these
from
fucking
Bratwurst,
gross-ass eggs.
Germany.
Give me
Fuck
your...
you,
Oh,
bitch ass. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Dude,
you
give me
trash
your-
man.
give me your...
You garbage
Other eggs.
person.
All right.
Alright. Great.
I'd love to go on Joe Rogan's podcast and just look at my phone the entire time.
Dude, as soon as Bachurski stopped scrolling through stories on his phone, we had a great conversation about Barack Obama and pickles.
Yeah. But that was because your other questions were just terrible.
That was your question. You just put a little effort in. I can riff with anything. Michael, give me something to riff with.
All right.
Can I get a location?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing there?
Scuba diving.
Okay,
You just
what do
make
I
Michael
say?
make the entire riff.
What do I say?
What am I doing there? What do I say? Who am I associated with? Where's my place of business?
Now, what's a funny thing that I do?
You're trying to get a good deal on a scuba tank.
What's the other guy say? How
But
do
I'm
I
already
react to
scuba
it?
diving. I'm trying to get a good deal on a scuba tank, but I'm already scuba diving.
Yeah.
Don't punch my car. It's already falling apart. Don't punch my fucking
Dude,
car.
I didn't punch it. I slapped it with the back of my hand aggressively in a punch. What is this? Salt?
It's cream and sugar.
Dude, why couldn't they just put ice in a damn cup?
I like how you guys teamed up to make this podcast worse by having the car be super hot.
I'd turn it on if you want.
No, that's okay. I like it better like when it's really hot.
Well, I can officially say Denny's fucking sucks.
I can't eat this.
Why not? You have to eat all your food.
Like crunched, like a chip, like not like a sausage.
God damn it.
It's supposed to crunch.
I have to take my clothes off because I only have one shirt to wear this whole trip.
You gotta eat this sausage.
I need you to hold this for a second while I take all my clothes off so I don't have to have Denny's all over. Do you have it all?
Yeah, I got it.
Ethan was like, would you eat soup if it was made out of like a bowl, if you had 13 pickles? But then also you got $5. No, Ethan, these hypotheticals suck. Can you please just give me a good question?
Dude, Bachurski came on this podcast expecting me to ask him what like name one question you expected.
Look, I
wanted just a normal conversation. I didn't want you to come out of the gate with like a politically charged question that's just meant to trigger me. And
I want Ethan to recount the experience of that thing you said yesterday and why you said it.
Which thing?
Something about like
You sing a lyric that's like, my friends don't, I love my friends, and then you're like, you go, I don't know why I said that. Sometimes you can kind of open mouth and say things, and I'm not always really sure why I say them. But that doesn't matter, because like, I don't really care what other people think about stuff when I'm saying it, so, you know, I just kind of, we just go, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, and Michael's like, that may be the most useless piece of like explanation I've ever heard somebody give me. I'm like, I can only imagine my dad, who's like 63. this guy's 22 years old, right? And he's like, and he's just going, I don't know why I say the things I do. Sometimes I just kind of let it rip. I'm totally confident what I say after. You know, that time, who knows? Maybe next time I say something different. Fuck it. Biden over here, fucking.
Yeah, so if I were to explain it myself,
I got a lot of leg hair. Fucking.
yeah.
I'd like to talk now. If I were to explain that situation myself, what I would say is I wanted to express my gratitude for my friends, but as soon as I did that, I could tell they didn't care about their facial expressions, so I had to cover it up with something. So I did what I always do, and I pretended to be a little goofy to cover up how grateful I was for my friends. And now they've just been attacking me ever since, because that's what they do. But
It wasn't a funny goof.
prove it.
It was like a totally socially awkward attempt at recovery that flopped. That's what it was, dude. Is you were like, I love my friends, out of nowhere. It's been silent for maybe 5 minutes, and that for you is insufferable. You had to open your mouth, and so you said, I love my friends, and then you were like,
Well,
immediately, half a second goes by. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes I just start to say some things, and then you know, but I don't care what people think if I say them.
Well, I
Yeah,
do love
man.
my
The guy explaining to the group of people why he just said the random thing obviously doesn't care about
I
what people
do
think
love my
when he says
friends,
stuff.
and I'm not ashamed to say that. And I also don't care what you think, but the only reason I said that was because I love my friends. So fuck you guys. I love you.
He's like, I was just trying to be goofy. No, dude, you embarrassed yourself in front of my dad. Very.
Whoa. No.
Dude, fuck
No.
this.
That's not how it works.
No.
Fuck this.
You need to
This
eat
is so gross.
that.
Dude, this is the worst meal I've ever had in the worst place I've ever had a meal. This sucks complete ass. Fuck this podcast. I fucking hate this podcast. Fuck the both of you. Fuck your stupid explanation of why you said dumb shit yesterday. And fuck you getting gourmet ass biscuit waffles and I have to eat the those shittiest pancakes in American history.
Dude, I can't believe you thought you could get this disgusting...
It's broken, dude. He's like,
Michael, you thought you could get this disgusting sausage with your gourmet meal and make me eat all of it. You're eating half of this.
dude, this is so...
Alright, fine. Give me a bite then.
I'm sweating. Like, this is so terrible.
That's you.
You put syrup on it.
It's not syrup, it's egg.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm putting syrup on it.
How did Denny's get, like, the reputation of, like, shit-tier diner?
By serving shitty food. I mean, look what you're eating.
Is that too much?
Yeah, let's go. There you go.
That guy was literally, like, he had a teardrop tattooed under his eye, and his girlfriend was, like, ODing on heroin on that bench, and he smacks her in the face, like, come on, I gotta get my fucking pancakes, bitch. Like...
She's like, I don't think I'm supposed to be out of the house.
And there's, yeah, it's fucking 6 miles away from her house arrest location. Cops, the dogs are on their way. They need to take her back into rehab. And some executive for Denny's is like, man, our chains are doing great. We're just milking that meth dealer money from these guys at 4 in the morning when they want to get breakfast.
You know what they got?
What?
A coffee.
All that for a coffee?
Yeah. From Denny's.
So is this like the only restaurant for 47 miles? Why is everybody converging on Denny's? Just for a coffee?
God, the sausage is really terrible.
This 100%, this sucks ass. This is...
You gotta keep working at that, man.
Fuck off.
None of our guests have ever not finished their food.
Denny's?
This is the second to last episode of the podcast, too, so we can't ruin that now.
Are you gonna edit it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So just the funny bits, so where
Yeah.
Ethan's going.
Yeah.
If you had a knife for to cut the waffles, and sometimes I just
No, we leave it all in.
I would never put something like that in here.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be only highlights.
No, we leave it all in.
It's gonna be one big zinger track.
One riff-tastic bit.
Okay, guys, I finished mine. Even though you gave me the worst thing, and I had to eat extra sausage. That was disgusting.
I give you my eggs.
Did you finish those eggs?
I'm working on it.
Dude, those eggs are so gross. I can't believe you tried to get me the gross cheese eggs, too.
I didn't.
I don't trust Michael ordering. Michael was like, I want the Grand Slam.
I won the Grand Slam and I want my friends to have a terrible time.
You know what the worst part is?
What?
I got you guys both that thing because there's a discount where you buy one get one free, but I forgot to put in the coupon code, so I didn't even get the discount.
Wow, this really is the shittiest. Like, fucking...
Dude, you know Michael was going to be like, yo, could you each Venmo me like $10 for that?
Yeah.
Could you each Venmo me $40 for Denny's today?
No, Michael's not like that.
Or maybe he just made up that whole story about the coupon code just to milk $5 from his friend.
Do you guys know anyone who's like that?
Yeah, Max Morrell was like that a lot. Can I Venmo you 50 cents? Were you one of the 47 people in my apartment last night who split that handle at vodka? Could I Venmo you 16 cents to recoup the loss that I am facing in this uncertain time?
I don't think I know anyone like that.
Do you mind if I Venmo you 2 cents to make up for you being one of the 2,000 people at my party that had alcohol?
Although-
that drank 1 cup of alcohol at my party?
When I first got my Juul, my roommates, this was in like Oregon, my roommates would always bum hits off me. And then they
would-
bummed off me for an entire semester, and they bought me
you
like
fucked bums? Is that what you just said?
they got me like half of a pack of Juul pods the whole semester, and then they were like,
sucked a
well, I was
bum's
like,
dick
oh,
for
I just
Juul
got you
pods
those
or what?"
pods the other day. Do you think I could like hit your thing? And I was like, oh.
Hey, I bought you those pods. That means your Juul's basically mine now.
Did Jung ever hit it?
No.
You can talk about Jung a little bit.
Jung was a nice guy. He just had some social anxiety, and I definitely didn't help when I pointed a camera at his face and went, "What's up, Jung?" when I was super drunk. So, yeah, I scarred him.
Bro, you gotta go faster.
Dude, this is
You only have 8 minutes left.
I have to get some ice.
shit tier. This isn't even like best Denny's in the world.
This isn't even like America's most famous.
When I come back, I hope you guys have made some progress, because I'm disappointed in you so far.
This is its own third world country around here.
Michael?
The dude just smacks the girl with the magazine.
Yeah.
Michael, don't you let him influence you negatively, okay? You're
Okay.
finishing your Denny's.
Mm-hmm.
No. Skip it. Come on. It'll be fun. We'll skip out on the last part of Denny's. We'll cut class and go ride skateboards and smoke weed. And say, fuck you, Denny's.
Alright, what's your biggest fear and biggest excitement about moving to Oregon?
My biggest fear is that it sucks ass. And that I die starving. Or get eaten by a bear. The thing that is putting a smile on my face right now, though, is watching Ethan struggle with the door again. I love that, and I know how to fix it, and I'm just not gonna do it.
It's stuck in the car.
Steps on a fucking heroin needle.
It's unlocked.
Dude, don't do that.
That's what you get.
Dude, don't get out of here. Get out of here right now. So what was the question about Bend? My biggest fear about moving to Bend is that it will suck ass. My biggest, the thing that makes me horniest about Bend is that if it is like Seattle City and there are a lot of cute chicas, and I do actually get like a thick boy in shape, and I'll just be a big hoss. I'll be like, "Hey woman, where do you think you're going?" And they'll be like, "Holy shit, that guy's pretty hot."
How much do you want to weigh this time next year?
I want to get up to like 190, but all muscle, and just like I want to put you to shame. Like, cause you're pretty cut up with bodyweight exercises, but I want to be big and massive. So.
I want to be able to punch through a concrete wall.
Oh, that was the wrong thing. So,
Wow,
here's
that
what
was,
I'm thinking.
That was almost like food.
I'm thinking, Bachurski.
Look how much waste we produce just with this one meal.
Yeah.
Like this atrocious meal that we all hated. Look at this. This is like half a trash can. Look at this. This is all waste.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Like 1 minute.
Did you finish your food?
Yeah.
Bachurski, I just want to say thank you for coming on the podcast. Do you want to plug any of your socials or anything at the end here? You have to do it fast.
Yeah, subscribe to Freaking Zooted on YouTube, and also do a freaking_Zooted on Twitch, and then also do follow me on Instagram at Freaking Zooted. If you want to see a content drop every 7 months, that is just some weird ass video that I edit for no reason, because I think it's gonna be my big break.
And I have a really exciting announcement. The next episode of the Denny's podcast is going to be a 24-hour straight Denny's podcast, and Frickin' Zooted will be on that one too. He's already committed
Not
to
the whole
doing
time.
it.
You just have to come for like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he will be there on the final Denny's podcast, which will be a 24-hour Denny's podcast. And if we get some good reactions to this video, we might actually do a live stream.
Alright, so this is the pig. If it was getting hunted and it was late at night.
Okay.
Ignore the orbital stuff.
Okay.
Very racist.
Alright, here's what the pig would sound like if it was gonna nut. Like it found a nice pig and it was gonna...